Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending on where you join us from in the world. Welcome to Open Up, our live talk show. I'm your host and a volunteer at Voice of Men 360. My name's RJ Horner. Voice of Men 360 is a not for profit organization founded in 2020 based in Toronto, Canada. We were born out of seeing a tremendous need and stepping up to help support our men and provide services to help our men and boys overcome their life challenges. We're part of International Men's Day, and International Men's Day has been serving for now over 21 years and is represented in 90 plus countries around the world who join together doing various activities. IMD follows 6 pillars, which represent the overall well being of men and boys, and we follow in those same footsteps here. So, why is Open Up so important? Because we men do not open our hearts. We're not willing to share our matters with people. And when we do this, we create emotional and physical challenges within ourselves. We can explode or create undue health effects. So we want to help eliminate that here. That's why we've created an open space to allow individuals to come out and share their life journey through our platform. We create awareness about the life challenges, the struggles, and the overcomings that our boys and men have to go through. There are no limitations with gender, age, nationality, or ethnic groups in sharing your life journey. All walks of life are invited to participate. Our goal is to make a positive impact on someone's life through this program. Open Up is on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, where we bring out individuals to let them share their life experiences with you. So before I introduce our guest, I'd like to remind you that we would like to remind you the Voice of Men 360's mission is always delivered with good faith towards peaceful harmony. The views and opinions expressed in today's episode of those are our speakers and do not necessarily represent Voice of Men 360. Our organization engages in discussion forums to offer inspiration and create awareness of the issues of men who wish to overcome their life challenges. We're not providing medical or therapeutic advice. Should you require that type of assistance, we recommend you contact a medical professional immediately. If you have questions or concerns about today's episode or any Voice of Men 360 content, please email us info@voiceofmen360.org. Today, I'd like to invite and bring on our speaker, Florin Marksteiner, who's originally from Romania, growing up under tough conditions in communism. He can say that he lived on both sides of the wall. After the revolution in 1989, he and the entire Romanian people had to adopt to capitalism and find a career. Because of his personality, Florin was attracted to the entertainment industry, and in particular by acting and filmmaking. After 20 years in the industry, Florin's continuing his career on the other side of the planet on North American content, particularly here in Canada, and extended his writing skills from film scripts and commercial copywriting to becoming a published author. Congratulations. Florin often says, "I'm not perfect, but I thank God for including me in his world." He's also been here on Author Circle, so you may be familiar with him. His book is Our Father, Understanding God. Florin, thank you for joining us today and being willing to share your life journey with us.
Every time it's a pleasure to be here and to be here with you and with everybody that's watching and everybody that's re-watching.
Mm-hmm. And you were a guest on our 100th episode of Open Up on our panel. So I've been very much excited to carry this one-on-one interview with you. So
Sure, I would love to, and it was a privilege for me because I joined right at that episode, and yes, it's been a privilege, and I love it.
for sure, you had a lot of value to add at that interview. I was deep interested into what you had to say. So thank you for everything you brought to the table that day. And you've been involved in our community ever since. So thank you for all you've done so far to help us on the journey.
My pleasure, and thank you. So, what would you like to talk about?
So we're going to get to know you and your life journey, what inspires you, what you like to do, and why you're on this path. So in the beginning, I like to talk about what are some of the influences that have brought you to this path. You've talked about communism, changing to capitalism, moving to a new world. There's a lot of influences in there. What's some of the influences that made you, Florin?
Well, let's put it this way. I was born and I grew up in a normal world. This is how normality was at that time. When you thought everything is normal, if everything is censored, the funny thing is you didn't know at the time. Um, but now looking back 30 years, you kind of realize that this censorship and everything was kind of trying to keep people's minds not necessarily locked, but safe. You know, like with everything you see right now, and I'm talking about all the kids and especially the boys with the phones and all the accessibility of everything on the phones. And when I say everything, I'm talking about everything. Imagine you as a parent, how hard it is for you to try and censor that. And once you censor, you're becoming the bad guy. So I came from that side, right? Now looking back, I'm thinking, it was pretty nice because you were able to focus your life towards the let's say the bright side of the life, not towards negative thinking, negative aspects, negative impact from negative exterior causes, right? Causes that were, let's say, you were the author of it, or maybe others to you. And yeah, this is what I'm coming from. Of course, after the revolution '89, I know everybody watched the revolution live, which was pretty tough. As we see now, there is the Ukrainian-Russian war that step by step I see it gives opportunities and guts to other ones to start conflicts. Maybe you see the news. Um, After that, we needed to adapt. I don't know how to put it. It's exactly how you're a good boy until 18, and on the 18, I take you directly to a club, and you go like, "Whoa, what's here?" Right? So this is what happened to us too. And in a way, it's beautiful because then you realized that you're not in 1984. You're not just a number, and with the thought police, you can think by yourself, and you can do beautiful things by yourself and with people, but you can start things. I love to make up quotes, and one of my quotes is that the earth won't stop without you, but you can make it spin. So a lot of people think too small about themselves, and I'm talking about men. I'm talking about boys, because of that they don't have the guts and the dare and the courage to start things that if they would start, they might spin the world in the right way. And this is what I can say again. I was privileged to be able to just let my mind be creative and just go free, and still remain a kid. I think this is the main and the secret ingredient of a good life, is to remain a kid. And if you want to, I can go a little bit as in the brackets, and I'm talking here with ladies. Let the man be kid. Trust me, because later on, when you're gonna grow old, you're gonna wanna have a light spirit behind you, beside you, with you. You don't want a grumpy old man beside you. Trust me. And
Absolutely.
I've
I can
seen.
concur. If I can just jump in, I can concur with that because you know what? The one thing I want to infuse in my life right now is just a
Hmm.
little bit more fun.
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because
Yep.
again, you can't let life get too serious, and you can if you let it. So thank you for
To
that.
To be honest, as I said, I've been asked by my ex why I'm so happy, and I don't know. As I said, all these quotes that I have, it's just thoughts that nobody wanted to listen to, so I decided to make them in quotes, and now they are becoming popular. But I said that why I'm so happy, why I smile so much, why I laugh so much, and I said that I want to know that if I die tomorrow, I laugh today,
Mm,
which people don't understand that until if I say, listen, in 2 hours you're going to die. If somebody gets that news, trust me, they're going to try to do everything they didn't do in their lives.
mm.
So I just want to be prepared. I want to be happy. I want to be funny. I want to be creative, and I want to do everything I can do humanly with my mind, because to be honest, this is the two things that belong to us in this world, is just our time and our mind, nothing else. I love Socrates. 2000 years ago, a big philosopher said at the border, because he was coming like with the hands in the pockets because they didn't have pockets at the time. And the border guy is asking him, so where's your where's your things? And he goes like, I always have them with me. And he pointed, you know. So that's nice, you know. And I'm trying to do the same thing. I lately I'm trying to be more creative and more positive about things that they shouldn't be positive, because I realized our reaction to things, in fact, influences our life, not the things. Like, I don't know how to put it, but if a missile blows up my building here, and uh, if I get out with life, I'm gonna smile and be happy, right? Of course, it destroyed the building and everything, and I can be pissed. Oh my gosh, who fired this and everything? But I look at the bright side. Hey, I'm alive. Maybe I'm just half alive. Maybe I lose an arm and a leg. Doesn't matter. I'm alive, right?
Mhm.
Because otherwise we're just becoming hmm, I okay. In the same time, I'm taking care of my dad. He's 80 years old, and honestly, he starts to give up. And I
Mhm.
told him, I said, Dad, don't wait to die. That's not a life. Okay, there are so many people, even our age, that they wait to die. I mean, they're done with life. They don't care anymore. Dude, you have a full life ahead of you.
Mhm.
When we were kids, and somebody said he's 25, we were going like, oh, he's so big, right in the edge. He's so big. Or when we were, after that, we were 21, and somebody would say he's 40. You go like, oh my gosh, this guy is so old, right? And now you go to be 40, and you look at the guys that they are 80, and you go like, my gosh, they are old. And the funny thing is, you get to 80, and you look at the guys that are 100. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, just to enjoy it. At least this is what I do, and I love to inspire everybody around me. You know, trust me, not every day or every second or moment I feel like inspiring somebody or I feel like being positive. But you know what's beautiful? Even if you don't want to, the other ones around us being miserable or being negative or being just in depression. Like I don't blame them. Okay, they push us to be positive for them, and honestly, when we help them, we help us, which again is pretty cool. I feel really good every time I can help somebody. I
Mhm.
feel bad when somebody refuses my help because I'm thinking, I could have helped you and you could have done this a lot easier and a lot faster. But hey, go for it. I
Mhm.
have a little story with that about my daughter, 4 years old. I keep rumbling. Like I can stay here 7 days if you want to. You
But
just let
and
me
you know
know.
what? That's what's wonderful. I don't have to guide you through you. I can tell you're a
Okay.
storyteller, and I don't have to guide you through an interview. But at the same time, so let's go back a bit because you know
Mm-hmm.
what, one of the things you said. Look, you could be joyful. You know what I mean? If the building
Mm-hmm.
struck and blew up your building, you're still alive. You could be joyful about that. You
Yep.
can rejoice, right? So the thing is, you can be as offended as you want to be about any situation, or you can be as happy and resilient about any situation. It's all a choice.
It's our choice. You're right. You're so right. I'm telling you. 2005. Somebody told me you choose to be happy. I was having a
Mhm,
pretty deep discussion with him. And I don't know, maybe I told the story, but I'll be really short. And he told me, no, 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 you choose to be happy. And I got so pissed. I was like, how dare you tell me this when I'm telling you all this stuff and blah, 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 yeah, you know? And it took me 10 years to understand what the guy said. And the guy was Bob Dickinson, the CEO of Carnival Cruise Lines. You know, and at the point, that's why I'm saying, even please, 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 especially if you're teenagers, if you're boys, even if you're young adults, if somebody wants to come your way, he takes his time and his effort maybe to open his mouth and tell you something, especially if he tells you in a nice way, try to receive the advice. Because I'm sorry to tell you, but my mom was telling me this, and God bless her, she was awesome. She always said, I've been 16, you weren't 30, you know, which is awesome because the youth, and we were youth too, and trust me, guys, we do understand you. The youth doesn't understand life until they get to our age because
mhm,
we've been there too. You should be lucky that we are able and not able, willing to help you with some advice,
Yeah.
because we don't want you to bang your heads to the walls how we did it, you know? And I always tell people that you're going to understand your parents when you're going to become parents. Then you're going to go like, oh my gosh, my mom was so right. Oh, when my dad was telling me that, my gosh, he was so right. Man, I was such an idiot. Stuff like that, you know?
I always tell my kids that, you know what, you're good. You have to experience it. Don't get me wrong. You have to make your own choice. You have to decide what you're going to do. But here, you have the wisdom of people
Yeah,
who have been there and done what you're going to do.
yeah.
Take the advice and now make your decision, right? So that life isn't so hard that way.
And the same thing. Okay, my goal is to inspire the youth. Okay,
Yeah.
because they are the new garden. They are the ones that they're gonna blossom and they're gonna be able to do amazing things in this world. They don't even know it yet. Exactly how we with us. 20 years ago, if somebody would have told me, "Man, you're gonna go around the world. You're gonna write books. You're gonna make movies. You're gonna act. You're gonna trust me," I would have laughed hysterically, I think. Because 20 years ago, I wanted to be an architect. I was doing um, drawings and stuff.
Oh.
And I liked it. It's a passion of mine, you know. But life took me a different path, you know. And because I just discovered my passion, that was my passion. And that's why I'm saying my passion now, and it's a huge passion for me, is to inspire the youth. And that's why I'm telling all of them, like, trust me, you're gonna understand in about 10, 20 years, you're gonna understand all these things. Right now, just be a kid, enjoy yourself, you know. I have two daughters. One is 11, 12 now, and one is 9. And the funny thing is, the one that's 12 now, um, when she got to be 10, she would act like a 16-year-old teenager. And I told her, girl, be a kid now, because you're gonna want to be a kid later on, and you're not gonna be able. Not necessarily because you're not gonna be able to be a kid. The society wouldn't let you. Okay, like, to be honest, if we decide right now to run around and scream like kids and play ball and do whatever we just like kids, I'm telling you, people will think we're crazy. And it's nothing wrong. I mean, we wouldn't do anything wrong. We would do exactly the same thing as kids, but as adults now.
Mm.
People would think we're crazy.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I've gotten involved in soccer games. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
again, I'm 49 years old. You know, gotten with my nieces and nephews and stuff like that. Get
Hmm.
involved in a soccer game, and the question is, what the heck are you doing? You're going to hurt yourself. You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm playing with the kids. I'm enjoying my youth. Why is that so wrong at this age? Right?
It's because society, culture, and because, to be honest, it's because we let people have their opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. When I'm with the
Mhm.
girls, I'm just going down to the level. Like, I have a good friend now that I've seen him on the floor in front of his 1 year old, stuff like that, right? And I said, I love it. And you know what I love? I love the fact that he went down to her level, but on all the levels, not just down there to be face to face with her. He made faces, he made noises, he just went through the physically and psychologically went through her level, which
Mhm.
is awesome. I think that's the best way to be a dad. A lot of people, how should I put it? We all want the best for our kids, and we want our kids to become something because it's in our egos. We want them to become something so we can have with what to brag. Because this is how our parents wanted the same thing. But the thing is, we need to learn to be with them, not necessarily to be their friend, okay? Because that's again falling in another side, but to be their parent that can play with them, for them to understand, oh, wait a second, daddy wants to play. I don't know. I remember when my dad wanted to play soccer with me or something, I was getting excited because I never saw him doing that. You know what I mean? And suddenly to see a grown up man want to play with the kids, it was awesome.
Mhm.
I bet.
Mhm.
I bet you saw the excitement of your kids when you got involved, right? Because first of all, it was a surprise, right? And second, when they saw that, oh, wait a second, he's good. Did you bust a move in front of them, a dance move or something? Right? What was your first reaction? Oh, wait a second, dad knows this kind of
Dad,
stuff.
dad
No,
can do this. All right, come on, dad. You know what I mean? Yeah,
right?
yeah. You get to enjoy
Yeah.
the experience, right?
Yeah. Look, Okay, funny thing. I lived in Chatham too, and in Chatham, I had a group of students that they were coming from London to a bar where we were having fun. And every time when I was meeting them, we were dancing like it's no tomorrow. And they were looking at me, not because I didn't know how to dance, because I knew how to dance. They were looking at me like, how come this guy, he's double our age, he's dancing with us, you know? And they were happy when they were seeing me on the street, when they were seeing me in a bar, when they were seeing me everywhere. Hey, man, they were excited, you know? And this is what I think. And it's beautiful. Again, I'm coming to the quotes, right? We are an ocean. We all are an ocean. We all are waves, you know. We come and go, you know. It's I love when me as a wave, I can make a ripple towards them and they can make a bigger wave, you know. And it's beautiful because it's charging you too. You go like, "Oh, I really inspire these guys. It's awesome." You know, and talking about inspiration, look, I'll give you a thing. And I told a lot of people, and this is what I am trying to do with my life. I realize that it's good to be, the older we get, the nicer to be. Why? For example, we didn't meet each other. Um, you don't know me how I was at 10, 20, right? Now you see me, you're gonna get to know me if we get to, let's say, live in London more, or we get to meet and everything. Over the years, we're gonna meet each other at different ages, and step by step, we grow up together. We grow old together. But let me ask you something. You know your dad, right?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. When did you meet your dad?
Honestly, I mean, he's been around as long. Well, when he was around, I mean, he was as long as around as long as I can remember. But I mean, I only have memories of him from what, about 2 years old or so.
Okay. So how old was he at the time?
Oh, about 30.
Okay. So you don't know your dad when he was a kid,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
When did you meet your grandpa?
Again, he was an old man.
Exactly. So you don't know how he was at 40. You don't know how he was at 20. So the impression we leave on people is the impression when they meet us,
Oh, I
especially
love
with
that.
your kids, right? Right? Your kids don't know how you were at 20. Maybe at 20 you were champion at whatever, skydiving or something, right? If you tell them how my dad used to tell me that he did judo, he did cycling, and he did swimming and a lot of things, I would go like, "Pff, right." You know what I mean? Because you don't know him at the time. So that's why I'm saying the more we get in the age, this is how people are going to know us. I'll give you a simple example. I had in church two people, amazing people. The only thing is they had different attitudes. A gentleman, Gary, at 94-year-old, sweet guy, was bringing candy to kids. He was sweet, sweet. And another one that he was becoming a grumpy old man. When Gary died, I went to his funeral because I maybe I saw him maybe 20 times in my life, right? I went to his funeral out of respect. I didn't know him so good. I wasn't close with family. I was nothing. I wasn't even friends with him, if we put it this way. But I went out of respect because I loved how he was. When I went to his funeral, I was shocked to see pictures of him younger and stuff and what life he had. That little guy with red tie, white shirt, black pants. This is how he was dressing all the time. He was let's see, guys. He had something to do with the army and with a certain order. I mean, imagine that at his coffin he had guards. I was shocked. And step by step I learned more things about him, how he helped people, how he helped organizations, how and he was 94 years old and he was sweetheart.
Mhm.
And it touched me, right? Look, I'm talking about him now after about 6 years he passed away.
Yep.
The other guy that was becoming a grumpy old man, step by step, nobody wanted to be around him anymore. And
Mhm.
when somebody told me he passed, I was like,
Sad to hear about it.
you get it?
Yep.
So I decided I don't want people to do that when I die. I don't want
Yes.
people to go, whatever. I love, again, sorry, another quote if you want. Go out like a glorious sunset,
Oh, I
you
love
know?
that. Yes.
You know, a glorious sunset that you wish it never ends,
Yeah.
that you okay, that you look so much into the horizon that you wish you would be able to see behind the horizon.
Yes.
That's how I wish to everyone to go. For everybody to go to when they leave this earth, for people to go like, yeah, man, that was a good man.
I had a
You
great
know?
time. I wish I
Yeah,
had more,
yeah,
but
yeah. You know what I mean?
yep.
And that's why I'm telling people, and I'm telling even teenagers right now. Trust me, we all were and will be at that age dragons. Okay? We'll all be bulls and everything we want to be. And it's awesome. It's the adrenaline, is the everything you want in your body and your mind that makes you like that. And it's okay. Just remember to have a limit because you don't want to hurt yourself, okay? But just to let you know, with age, step by step by step by step, we start to have patience. We start to be a little bit wiser. We start to be want to be a little bit better. You know, we start to be a little bit more contempt. By the way, I just a month ago I realized, and I know it might be a stupid concept, but it works with me. I realized happiness is nothing else but contentment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
when you pleased with whatever you feel, whatever you have, in you're happy. Period. You know, you don't have to have Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and mansions and yachts and all that. And
Mhm.
no. A beautiful thing that makes people happy is when they help people. That's another thing. And here I'm talking again with the teenagers. Maybe you notice you have this volunteering, and maybe you guys notice that when somebody does that because it makes him happy, he's volunteering like the business is his. When somebody volunteers just because he has to be there, he's going to be miserable because he's choosing it. Getting back to what you said, RJ, it's how he chooses to respond to the situation and to everything else that comes in contact with him. You know, so yeah, so
Absolutely.
that's why I was saying that the older we get, in my opinion, I think the nicer we should get. And again, a quote if you want.
Always.
Um, our legacy is the smiles we bring to people when they remember us.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. That's exactly the best way to put it. Right?
Yeah,
That's all we're living
yeah,
for, honestly, is to bring joy to our remembrance.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because
Remember.
I lived that for me, and I'm really sorry because he was a nice guy, but he was getting grumpier and grumpier and grumpier, and he was complaining all the time, and he would just get rude at the point, and it was so it was, how should I put it? It was my first reaction when somebody told me, and I was like, and I caught myself. I was like, oh my gosh, this is how you're thinking about a human being passing? Wow. Yeah. Why?
Mhm.
It's not because, oh, I was a jerk. It's because it didn't affect me,
Yep.
you know? I tell everyone, look, again, talking with the teenagers and talking with young adults and everything, you're getting a job. Doesn't matter what job it is, trust me. Everybody is in business of selling experience. If you sell soap or you sell Tim Hortons or whatever, okay? You sell the experience, not the cup of coffee, not the soap.
Yes.
Remember that. If you put a smile on your face, first of all, when you put a smile on your face, you feel better. Second, you make somebody's day, which makes again you feel better. And guess what? Your customers become clients, so they want to come back more and more and more. Maybe you've seen that too, that you went to places where you went back for the people there, not necessarily for the business. Okay, so that's why I'm saying do it with heart. Just enjoy.
Mhm.
Okay, better be smiling than be miserable because you choose that. Again, you choose to be happy. It falls so bad when you tell somebody that, but it sings so good. Oh, I said, excuse me a second. I hope you don't mind. Cheers.
I
I
love
miss
it.
the Tim Hortons like it's no tomorrow.
Oh, I'm the same. I go through my coffee. Tim Hortons, McDonald's. I actually prefer McCafe, but
Okay.
I need my
Yeah.
coffee without a doubt. Um, So you've left us with so much information, so much valuable guidance for our youth out there. I can see the passion you have for helping our youth. There's no doubt about that. So I'm just going to go through our announcements real quick, and then I
Sure.
have a few more questions I'd like to ask you to maybe help our youth out there. So we have a few live shows we produce here in Voice of Men 360. The first, which you just participated in, is called Open Up, which takes place Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. And again, we bring in individuals to discuss their life journey with you. We host the same thing in Tamil language at 8 a.m. on Sundays Eastern Time. That show is called Vili, which means I in Tamil. And then we host a monthly webinar the first Saturday of every month, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, where we bring out the expertise of organizations and discuss a topic of interest to them and, of course, of interest to our community as well. We host a special show called The Unspoken Tears. It takes place the second Saturday of every month, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The focus of that show is domestic violence against men, bullying, male sexual abuse, traumas, porn addiction, human trafficking. We discuss those topics here in Voice of Men 360. Please come and join us August 13th. The topic will be depression and loneliness in the elderly community, from Jim Angeloff, president of Club 106 Seniors. So please come out and join us August 13th for that. And we also, like I said, Florin has participated in Author Circle, where we bring out individuals who've been contributing to the well-being of men and boys through their medium, through their articles, through their published works. And we offer our appreciation and recognition to them. That takes place the third Saturday of every month from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we turn all of our content into podcast episodes. So please look out for us on your favorite platforms: iPhone, Google Play, Spotify, and more. And then we host a special monthly men's peer group here that we're very proud of every 2 weeks on Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. That's the Open Up Men's Peer Group. So please come join us for that. There's no recordings. This is a private space for people to open up about themselves and what they're going through and really benefit from some male to male support. We host another Indigenous peer-to-peer support group. This one we call Pass the Talking Stick. That one takes place the second, or I guess the fourth Friday of every month. Sivam, that my information is missing there.
Yeah, it's on hold. So
Oh, so okay, but we are looking to continue the Pass the Talking Stick, right? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, but that's our content. That's what we have for you. And there's still more valuable work. Of course, International Men's Day is coming up soon. So we're looking to work with more people and gain more traction. We're also looking to increase our audience to 5,000 people. That means we're reaching and helping 5,000 people. We're looking to help fix that or finish that by the end of this year. So again, there are no limitations with gender, age, nationality, or ethnic groups with being involved with us. All walks of life are invited to participate. And you can work with us, whether directly or indirectly, by reaching out to us at our phone number, 437 889 8329. Email us info@voiceofmen360.org, which makes our website www.voiceofmen360.org. You can find us on all of your favorite social media platform: Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe for our YouTube channel to get more of our great content. And then find us on Facebook, facebook.com/group/Voice of Men 360. And if you Google us and look for us, Voice of Men 360, on all of your social media platforms, you can reach out to us. We want to reach out to more people and continue the great support and the work we're doing here. Thank you for that. Thank you for your patience. Florin, thank you for being here and sharing your amazing tales with us. So what I like to ask on the way out is, what can our young men and boys do to empower their own journey?
Hmm. I'm trying to not sound too cliche, but um, there's somebody that said all the time, and I know you know who I'm referring to. Listen to your gut. You know, so So let's put it this way: we are all different. We are all unique. We are all um, our own being. But as I said, we are part of an ocean. The ocean wouldn't be an ocean if the water wouldn't stick together. I'm talking about the molecules. We are the molecules, okay? We all fit somewhere in this world. So don't worry. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy being you. Enjoy cultivating. Here's the thing: enjoy cultivating your talents. And when I'm saying your talents, I'm not talking just singing and dancing. I'm talking your talent, your speaking talent, your talent of helping somebody, your talent of learning, of teaching, of everything, your talents. Okay, don't be afraid to show your talents. Don't show off, show your talent. I love to tell people, don't be shy, be humble, which means show your talent, but don't put your nose up too much. Okay, walk tall because it's good. Know who you are. I know you know who you are. Okay, you know who you are. Don't be afraid of it. Be yourself. And I'm telling you, when you are yourself, when you're not trying to be somebody else, people will see that and people will respect that. A lot of times people don't respect you, and a lot of times they take you for granted because you're trying to be somebody else and they smell that. That's
Mm-hmm.
the thing. Okay, when you're yourself, trust me, when you are yourself, I'm an actor. When I act, but in rest I'm myself. The moment I they okay, because of my face, I do roles like negative roles mostly, right? Because I can put a frown and that's it. It's done. But a lot of times people told me, dude, I thought you're a tough guy. And I kept telling people, yeah, I can be tough if I want to, but it's just a role. Okay, here I am. I'm the guy that likes to talk, to laugh, to be helpful, and to enjoy life. You know what I mean? So be yourself, enjoy yourself, enjoy enjoy the people that love who you are, enjoy the people that love what you do. You know,
Absolutely.
because why I'm saying because we stopped, and I've been one of them too. That's why I'm telling you. We stop ourselves because of peers. Okay, I have another quote, and if you wanna keep it in your mind because I think you're gonna love it and you're gonna understand what I'm saying. I hope you're gonna understand it fast, not like me 10 years. But I always said this: the entourage is the group of losers that wanna see you lose, a group of losers that wanna see you fail. Okay, keep that in your mind. The entourage, okay, the entourage. It's a big difference in between friends and entourage. Entourage are the ones that you want to hang around, you want to try to fit in and everything. Friends are the ones that want to come to you, want to be with you, want to help you. Maybe they need your help. That's a friend. But the entourage is the group of losers that want to see you fail. Remember that. Okay?
Yeah.
And
Very
I've been there too. I know
true.
how it is. That's why I came up with all these because they are
Mhm.
all coming from life experience, you
Life
know.
experience, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying try to be yourself. Try to
Absolutely.
just let the masquerade away. You know what I mean? Throw the masks, throw the costumes, be yourself and enjoy being yourself because people will love you for who you are. Trust
Absolutely. And that's hard. Like you said, for men, we put on this persona, we put on the, we put up that shield. So it really is hard, but honestly, great advice. So thank you for that. And then what can we do as a society to help empower that journey
to empower the journey of the of the
of our young
teens
men
or
and boys? How can
young.
we help them along on that path?
Um, okay. Uh, sorry that I'm going through so many quotes, but it's just my mind, okay? I came up with something else that me personally I loved it because it happened to me and it happened to me on a set. Don't look down to the people that look up to you.
Hmm.
So this is what us, the generations, are doing. Just because they are young, we think they're stupid. To be honest, I've been there too. Like I keep myself a goatee, a beard, something because I was tired of people thinking I'm young and stupid. You know what I mean? Just because they are young and they don't have experience, that doesn't mean they're stupid. To be honest, I met a lot of youth that they are way smarter than me, and I love it. I love it. You know, it's just we have to not cut their wings with our attitude, with our tone, with you sucker. Ah, what do you know about life and stuff like that? No, 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 no. So that's why I'm saying us, the older generations, we need to, okay, not necessarily to pamper them, the younger generations, but to kind of take them under our wing and say, "Hey, look, buddy, listen, I want it to be good for you because, to be honest, nobody told me, but I'm going to tell you, man, listen, when you get to this point, you're going to hit your head to the wall. But remember, life is like a labyrinth. You don't just sit there in a corner banging your head to the wall. You look left and right and you go, period." Look, I'll give you a little short example. I was talking with a student that he was in economics, and I asked him, okay, so what's your passion? Well, I wanna here's the thing that I loved about him. So he was maybe 20, and I was shocked because I didn't expect it. So I could have been looking down to him and come up with some snurdy comeback or something, right? But he goes, I want to help nations to get out of debt at 20 years old. And I said, how you going to do that? And he goes like, I don't know. He goes like, I want to do it. I just don't know how. And I said, okay, me, I could have like how we do it because it's our primal thought, right? Ah ha ha, this is a sucker. He's just thinking too much. He's just thinking way too
Good
far
luck with you
away,
on that one. You know what I mean?
right?
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I turned it around. And I said, wait a second, that's not the way to act. And what I did, I was like, okay, let me ask you something. How do you eat an elephant? And he looked at me, right? He didn't expect the question. I had the same question asked to me by somebody else that, again, I looked the same way. And he looked a little bit shocked, like he didn't expect it because it's a concept that once somebody hits you with a question, you just hit a block, right?
Yeah.
And he goes like, I don't know. And I said like, piece by piece.
Yeah.
And he started laughing. He
One
goes like,
bite at a
oh,
time.
yeah. And I said, listen, it's amazing what you want to do. But did you ever think of trying to get out of debt, a family? Start with a family. If it's a family, then start with something bigger, a community. Start with a town. Start with a city. And step by step, you get to a nation. He goes like, oh. And he clicked. He goes like, you just gave me the solution to my life. This is what he told
Yeah,
me.
that's exactly.
Never
For a
expect that.
20-year-old, you gave him his life journey. You set up him to cater to his passion.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing is, I love to see this. Look, because we're talking about Canada, right? And hockey is the national sport,
Sure.
right? So before in hockey, you had the guards, right? That they were metal.
Yep.
So when you're in the game, by the way, I never played hockey. So when you're in the game, this is just my mind. When in a game, you're like this, right? You go like this.
Yep.
When you're watching on TV, you go like, "Hey, give it to him! Look, he's there!" Blah blah blah, right? Because you're from there, you're watching the entire scene. But when you're in the game, you're like this. You barely
Yep.
see something. You
Yep.
barely understand the adrenaline, the rush, the everything, right? You know what I mean? So that's what I love to do to youth. They are in the hockey game right there, and I love to go to them and say, "Wait a second, take off the helmet. Look around. See what's happening. See? Now you get it. Oh, this is what I have to do. Perfect. Go for it. You know? And this is what I think us, the older we get, that's why I said the older we get, the nicer we should get because it's so easy to tease them. It's so easy, it took me a while when I was a teenager until 14, 15, until I understood that if in fact my father's friends were just teasing me because I was taking them serious. You know what I mean? So I've been through that and I understand how it is. So instead of teasing them, help them with a little thing, with a life bite. And I love the fact when people tell me, listen, you don't know, but 20 years ago you changed my life. Woo. Especially when it comes unexpected, right? It's amazing. That's why I'm doing life coaching.
Yes.
And I love that. I love it. It's such an adrenaline rush for me, you know. And
And
I'm sorry to tell you, but I do want to people to sigh when I go like Gary. you know.
Yep, absolutely. And you listen, you have given us such tremendous value. I can see your passion for helping our youth out there because you have left us with such information. I can't let
Thank
can't
you.
let it go on forever. We could continue these conversation until until the end of the day for sure. So but we do have to end the show. You know what I mean? So you have been an amazing guest. You've left us with such information. Um, you've shown the passion for your work. You I'm sure people are interested more in what you have to say. So how can people connect with you and get back to you and learn more about what you do?
First of all, I would suggest for people to keep watching these videos because, as you said, they're going to find them on YouTube, and to keep watching these videos because, as Steven knows, I'll be here for a while, and I'm going to do my best to help with my knowledge as much as possible, and to try to connect with the organization and to try to have a voice. But what I'm saying, have a voice, not an opinion. I would love if people make this difference. Not an opinion, a voice. Become a voice. I have another quote, but I don't know it because it's pretty long. But it's something like speak for everybody, stand up for somebody. This is how you become a leader. For example, in your friends circle, for sure you have a friend that might have potential and you've noticed that. Speak up for him or go to him and tell him, listen, I saw that on you. Man, you're amazing at that. Because sometimes they don't know.
Mhm.
And again, with just one word, you can change a life. To contact me, you can find me on Instagram. Why I would love for you to find me on Instagram is because my Instagram, I keep it just for the quotes. And because I would love one quote to change your thinking. Let's say not your life, but your thinking, to make your day, to something to happen, to touch a little bit your life. That's why I'm sending you all to Instagram. Of course, I have my book, I have a lot of other things that I do, but for you, I want you to go at the Instagram and look at the quotes. I'm trying now to get on TikTok with my azimuth coaching and to put the quotes there. They are in production and everything because I noticed that a lot of people are watching those, and I'm telling you, uh, they can change your life. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying because it's mine. I noticed quotes change your life because if it comes at the right time, it can make the difference from the earth to the moon and to the sun and everywhere else.
Absolutely.
Um,
And it makes a
uh,
difference if they're your own too. Because I have my own one of my own. I say to get to the good ship, you have to ride out the hardship.
true, true,
You know what I
true,
mean?
true.
We all
Yep.
want that better life, but you're gonna have to deal with some of that crap, that some of that
Yeah.
nasty weather to get to that beautiful day, right? So
Let me leave you with something. I had a quote that it came to my mind when I was a meditation retreat where they took our phones for 10 days. They didn't give us anything in the sense of to be able to write something. So it had to be just you and your mind. It was
mm,
tough. Trust me, I was stealing napkins from the kitchen and I was stealing the marker from the shower schedule to write in my room quotes because my mind was just racing. And this is the quote that I came up with, and I think is beautiful. La, the mind is beautiful like a wild horse, but it's useful only tamed.
for sure. Beautiful quote. I love that one. And that's great advice for people out there. Florin, I hope we see more from you. And you know what? You've got such a voice and such a talent, and people want to hear from you. Such a gift for storytelling. Perhaps we get you on your own show here in Open Up or in Voice of Men 360. So I know there's more to come from you here in this community.
With pleasure, it's a pleasure every single time, and whoever wants to connect with me and wants to have a discussion, it's my pleasure.
Florin, thank you for being willing to share your life journey with us today.
My pleasure.
Have a great day.